Hello and welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on Powerviz Filter, an advanced slicer for Power BI developed by Powerviz. Today, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to get started and make the most out of this powerful tool. The Powerviz Filter is an innovative slicer that allows you to apply page-level filters to your data in Power BI. It's interactive, intuitive, and extremely user-friendly, making data filtering easier than ever. You can download the Powerviz filter from App Source or directly from Powerviz website. Let's dive into key features that make this slicer stand out. Let's add this visual to our Power BI report and go through each of the features. Let's start by adding in category, subcategory, and city information for now. First up, we have the display mode. You have the flexibility to choose between pop-up and canvas views. This allows you to decide how you want the slicer to appear on your report. On the next screen, we have the selection type where you can choose whether you want to have multiple selection or single selection. Let's click on next. And now we have the filter style. We have three different style options here to choose from. The first one is the checkbox. We have the list, and then we have the radio button. Let's make the selection here as checkbox and click on next. And you can choose different themes that are available. We have light themes. Also, we have the dark themes that are available here. If you don't like any of the themes that are available here, you can also customize the visual. We'll take a look at that in a moment. For now, let's click on done. And now we've created the visual, and you can see that we have the hierarchical data available here based on the fields that we have added in the category section. Now let's click on this gear icon here and head over to the advanced settings and take a look at different options and features that are available in this visual. First, let's take a look at the filter settings. Under filter settings, the first option here is to choose the display mode. We have two different modes. The first display mode is the canvas mode. The second one is the pop-up mode. The next option here is to choose the filter style. We have list, checkbox, and radio. Let's select checkbox, and now you have two different options to choose from of how you want the checkbox to appear. The first option here is fill checkbox, and the second one here is just the outline checkbox. The next option here is to select the hierarchy style. We have three different options here to choose from. The first one here is fully collapsed style. The second one is fully expanded style. And the third one is expand to a specific level. When you select expand to a specific level, under desired level, you'll be able to choose the level of expansion. Right now, I have three different fields in my category section. I have them appearing here. When you select subcategory, your hierarchy will be expanded to the desired level. The next option here is to choose the expand collapse icon. We have three different options here to choose from. And when you check this box, all of your selected items will always display at the top. Before I move on to the next feature under filter settings, I would like to also let you know that the Powerviz filter visual also supports displaying values against the categories. For example, let's say if I want to display the sales amount against these categories, I can do that by simply dragging the sales field into the value section. I now have the sales value being displayed against these categories. And when I expand these hierarchies here, I have the sales amount being displayed against the subcategories as well. Now let's go back to the advanced settings. Under filter settings, the next feature here lets you manage drag hierarchies. Powerviz filter allows you to hide categories or values that don't have any data, making the visualization cleaner. You can configure the slicer to display child nodes at the parent level if the intermediate levels are blank, ensuring that the data hierarchy still makes sense visually. If you would like to restrict the user to make one selection at a time, you can check this box here which says single selection, and now the user will only be able to select one category at a time. There are various options available here to aggregate the parent node value, like we have sum, average, min, max, count, variance, median, etc. You can choose here based on your requirement. The next option here, when checked, it will display the parent nodes in bold. And then we also have show node count. When you check this box and click on apply, you have your node count being displayed over here. For example, under bakery, we have three different categories and that is being displayed here. Now let's uncheck this single selection here so that we can have select all option available. And now you'll also be able to control or make some formatting changes for the select all option. First of all, you'll be able to change the text if you would like to. By default, it says select all, but if you would like to change that, you can do so. You can also format the font family, the styling, you can choose between bold, italics, underlined, etc. You also have the control of the text size here. And the next option here is to display the selected items count. Let's enable this, and now you can also choose the count of text color, the font family, text size, background, etc. Let's click on apply. And now when you make a selection here, it will display the number of categories that you have selected from the visual. And the next option here is the progress bar. When this is enabled, as I select the categories here, you can notice that we have the progress bar right here at the top. And then the last option here under filter settings is to enable border. If you would like to, you can choose the width of the border here, and then also choose the border color if you would like. For example, let's go with this blue here. Click on apply, and now I have a nice border around the visual. Now let's head over to the next section, which is cell style. Under cell style, you'll be able to apply styles either at the global level or at the level that you have added in your category section. You have an option here to choose the text size. You can increase or decrease the text size from here. And if you uncheck this box which says same text size for category and value, you'll be able to choose a different text size for the values that are being displayed here on the visual. And then likewise, we also have same font family for category and value. If you uncheck this box, then you'll be able to individually select the font for your category and font for your values. And likewise, if you scroll down below, you have styling wherein you can choose bold, italics, underline, etc. You also have category alignment here, the value alignment. We also have row height here. You can adjust the row height from here. For example, if you need more height here or space between the categories, you can adjust that right from here under cell style. And then we also have dividers here, and when you enable dividers here, you'll be able to choose the size of the divider. You can also choose the color. For example, let's change the color here of the divider and click on apply, and now we have dividers for all of these categories. Now these were all the formatting options that are available under global style, but what if you have to make some changes at the different levels? So let's click by level here from this drop down. And now you have more formatting options that are available at each of the level that you have added into your visual. For example, let's say for level 1, I would like to increase my text size to, let's say, about 12. Let me check this box which says same text size for category and value, and then let me check this box here as well. And now you can notice that the level 1 font has increased, and when I go to my level 2 here, you can notice that the font size is slightly smaller, like the way we wanted. So if I come back here, I can also make some adjustments here for level 2. Likewise, I can make adjustments for level 3 as well. Now let's head to the next section here, which is cell colors. Under cell colors also we have an option where you can change the settings at the global level, or you can change at the levels that we have in our hierarchy. Let's say, for example, apply styles. Let's set it at global for now. You can choose how you want the text to appear when it is in default state, when nothing is selected. You can choose the color of the background. You can choose the icon color. You can choose the text color. Likewise, when you have made a selection in your filter visual, you can choose to display a different background, different icon, different text, etc. Let's say, for example, I would like to change this to blue here and change the text color here to white. And now when I click on apply, and whenever I make any selection in my filter visual, I have that particular category appearing with the background color that I selected. And when I expand this as well, I have all the levels under that particular category appearing with that particular background. But if I want to just display the category that I selected with the background and rest of them I would like to keep them with the white background, I can do that right from here. I can choose by level and change the color here only for that particular level, and the background of that particular only will be changed. Likewise, when partial selection is made, you can have a different background color, icon and text color for that particular selection. And when you hover your mouse, you can choose to have a different background as well. Let's say, for example, if you would like to display this orange color, when you hover over it, you can do so. Whenever you hover over a particular category, this will now appear in the background color of your choice. Now let's head to the next section here, which is title bar. First of all, we have an option here whether you would like to display the title bar or not. And then the next option here is for auto title. If you do not want to have auto title, you can simply toggle this off and have a custom title of your choice. For now, I'm going to turn this on. I can also choose the background color here. For example, I can choose this orange color. I can have my text color in white. I'm going to click on apply, I now have a background color for my title. And you can also choose the text size, the font family, styling, alignment, alignment, etc. I also have the title bar height here. In case you would like to increase or decrease the height of the title bar, you can do so right from here, and now you have slightly smaller title bar appearing here. And the last option here under title bar is the border. You can add a border of your choice. You can choose the border size, the border color. Let's say for example I would like to add a black border here. You can also choose the border direction. Let's go ahead with this border here, wherein I have border on all the sides, and then click on apply. I now have a border appearing in the entire visual. Now let's head to the next section here, which is column headers. Let's enable column headers and click on apply, and now you can see that we have column headers being displayed here. Let's go back to column headers, and you'll be able to also control the background color here. Let's say if you want to have a different background color for your column headers, you can do so right from here. Let's select this orange here, click on apply. I now have a background color for my column headers as well. And now you can also change the font family, the styling, text size, padding, category alignment, value header alignment. You can also add a border if you would like to, and then click on apply. And now you have the border being displayed for column headers as well. Now let's head to the next section, which is image styling. To enable image styling, you need to have base 64 encoded images. I have some images in my data model in here, and all I have to do is bring in that particular column here, which has the image URL, into the image data field here. And now I have the image styling option enabled. You can choose the position where you want the image to be displayed. We have left and right here, and then we also have an option here where you can control the image size. For now I'm going to click on apply, and you can see that we have the images being displayed here. You can control the image size from here. In case you would want to reduce the image size, you can do so right from here, and you can notice that the image size has now been reduced. Now let's head to the next section, which is default selection. Whenever the user opens a particular report, let's say if you want to default a selection to a particular category, you can do so right from here. Let's enable this. You have two different options under default selection. You can either have fixed default selection, or you can choose to select the categories based on a particular field. Let's choose fixed for now, and you can choose the level that you would want to select. For example, let me select category here, and under value, let's say if I would like to select the beverages category, I can simply type in beverages here and then click on apply, and now by default the beverages category will be selected. And if you would like to add in more categories here, you can do so right from here, separated by a comma. You can simply type in another category here, for example bakery, and click on apply, and now have default selection of beverages and bakery category. Now let's say that you would like to change the default selection. Instead of having this fixed value, you would like to change this based on field, and this works based on a boolean value. I have created a simple measure here which will basically return either 1 or 0 based on the category that I would like to select by default. Here I have bakery and food grains that I would like to select by default. Bring in the measure here, default selection, under the default selection section here, and now under value section you'll be able to choose the default selection measure and click on apply. And let me uncheck this, and now if I go back to report, go to another page and come back to the page 1 here, you'll be able to see that I've now automatically selected food grains and bakery by default. And the next section here is conditional formatting. You'll be able to add rules here of your choice. For example, let's give it a test rule here. And now you can choose how you want to apply the conditional formatting, either to the measure or by category. Let's choose category for now, and I can choose category from this drop down. And if this is value bakery, I would like to have my text color in red. I can also choose to have a different background color if you would like to. And now if I click on save and close, and now you can see that bakery is now highlighted in red. And the next option here is to import or export the theme that you have, or all of your changes that you have applied to this particular visual. Let's say you would like to copy the formatting settings of this visual and take it to another report. You can do so right from here. You have an option here where you can export the JSON file. You can simply click on copy here, open a notepad file. You can paste the data here. You can save this file as a JSON file. You can select all files here, and from here you can change this to JSON and click on save. And now if you'd like to import the formatting of the visual, you can simply go to the import section here. I can now simply click on upload here, navigate to the folder where you have saved the JSON file. I can just open this file here and click on import. I now have the theme applied to my visual. On the visual, we also have this search icon here. When you click on the search icon, you'll be able to search for categories. You can also use star here to do the wildcard search. For example, let's say if you want to identify all the categories that end with ES, you can simply type in star followed by ES, and now you have all the categories that end with ES being displayed here. You can also expand the search bar here if you would like to, if you have a lot of categories that you would want to search for. I can also do multiple category search here. I can simply type in cookies followed by a comma and then type in noodles. I have both the categories being displayed here. I also have an option here where I can rank the categories and display just those categories. For example, if I select ranking from here, I can choose the value field from this drop down and either choose to display the top ranks or the bottom ranks. Let's say, for example, if I would like to just display the top 5 count, I can simply do that and click on apply. I now have the top 5 categories being displayed here with an option here which says see more. When I click on that, I'll be able to see the rest of the categories. I also have an option here where I can filter the categories. Let's say, for example, if I want to apply a filter to a measure, I can do that right from here. I can select the sum of sales here, select if this is greater than, and choose the value here of your choice. Let's say, for example, I would like to display everything that is more than 100K. I can do so right from here and click on apply. I now have all the categories that are being displayed which have sales of more than 100K. With this, we've come towards the end of this tutorial. We hope this tutorial helps you to get started with the Powerviz filter. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. We'll be happy to assist.